This is the Swarm and Shoot Football Show with me, Manny Matsakis, the head football coach at Defiance College. We feature Defiance College football and everything that influences our program. This show is brought to you by our friends at Big Beat Coffee right across campus on North Clinton Street. I'm actually having a cup right now, so everybody check it out on YouTube, and you can see the video of the cup and how delicious this beverage is. Get the finest coffee beverages, even tea, in Defiance, as well as great pastries, breakfast sandwiches to start your day off, and you can even get a pick-me-up like a lot of our coaching staff does in the afternoon. I'd also like to bring on board the maker of this fine apparel right here, and not just Nike, but we're talking about BSN Sports, all right? I'd like to bring on board our latest sponsor, BSN Sports, and Rob Held and his sales team are the professionals you need to get in touch with for all your sporting goods and apparel needs in Ohio. Not only do they work with high school and college sports teams, they also deliver outstanding apparel to businesses so they can brand themselves in a first-class manner. This is episode number 32. Today, Coach Tyler Bolen and I will discuss our strategies for developing our players with virtual reality training. Tyler, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Coach. Thanks for having me.
Oh, we're fired up for this one. You know, as an assistant coach, you've got a multitude of roles in the program. Obviously, everybody knows you as the quarterback coach, and you also have a big part in recruiting and evaluating players. And the other third part of your roles here happens to be as the audio and visual director. As you spearhead our AV program, one of the latest areas of focus is the use of virtual reality training. And let me set the stage here. Imagine you're a quarterback. You walk up to the center, take the snap, and the defense descends on you like a pack of ravenous predators. You look at your first two reads. Both wide receivers are closely covered by the cornerbacks. You look to your slot receiver. He's covered. Just as you're about to check down to your running back to dump the ball for a small gain, you're sacked. You get up, but you don't feel any pain. Well, that's basically an overview of what virtual reality must be like for these guys that are getting the training that you're giving. What were your initial thoughts, Coach Bolen, when we decided to take a look at virtual reality training for our players?
It was just a lot of excitement whenever AJ brought that up here for us. I know it's something it's just a unique opportunity for our players because I don't know of anyone else that has that at our level. Anyways, I know he talked about some schools that did that at some higher levels, but it's just exciting for them to be able to, have that experience.
Yeah, it was. I was like, okay, this is great. Look, the NFL's using it, major colleges are using it, and hey, the Defiance College Yellow Jackets are into it too. Now, how does a coach utilize a tool like virtual reality with a player? Because people out there watching this and listen to this, paint us a picture of how in the world do you use it as a coach?
Well, what we do is we take it out at practice, our 360 camera, which is just a little camera. Should have brought it in here. It's about, smaller than a phone.
Okay.
And shoots video on both sides. And another quarterback that's not in at time will hold it up above his head, recording the snap. And he doesn't have to move or anything because it literally shoots a 360-degree angle.
Okay.
When it's over, we bring it back in and upload it and put our play sheet in with it that day, and we have to do a couple special things and put in with our virtual reality goggles and with the Vive, and after we do that, guys can literally be in practice from the point of view of the quarterback right behind the center and right behind where the quarterback is in practice.
Mm-hmm. So he can turn around. He can, if I'm standing back there, he can see me behind him, right?
Turn around, he can see anybody.
Anything. Look out
up,
in the stands. It's just literally he's in it,
yes.
right? So I mean, that's how you utilize it, and obviously you're coaching them through a particular play and so forth. I've seen you use it with guys, and it's like, okay, here's this pass play against this coverage, and the quarterback will get on there, and you can actually see what he's seeing, right? When you're working with him, as far as you have like a TV screen where you can see what he's looking at, right?
Yeah,
which gives you the opportunity to actually coach him.
Yeah, it does, and it allows you to, as a coach, to even be able to see it again. So I think that's beneficial, and see it from their perspective again. And the biggest part of it is the guy that gets maybe 10, 15 reps of 7-on-7 during practice is done. He can come in at night and watch each play, 5 times, and now he's got 50, 75 snaps of being able to go through the read, stop it, and seeing exactly what's going on. And we were even able to use it at in our first scrimmage up at at Olivet. At Olivet, we were able to be on the field, so that was pretty. Cool.
That is
even
pretty
a
valuable.
real game situation.
Okay, yeah. That's right. We did do that. So I can see some benefits of that as well. So what are as far as like the other positions, can any other position use this? Could you use it with offensive linemen? Could you use it with linebackers? Is that possible? What do you have to change, if anything?
Well, the way we use it the most is most beneficial for quarterbacks.
Yeah.
But, there's some other parts of the VAR system that we're starting to use, that we're getting into now, of trying to put it's almost like a video game. Simulation. Mm-hmm. So you can pick different perspectives to play. And we just, now the season's over, we have some time, we can start to put in our playbook and different, offensively and defensively, and you can play any position on the field.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
That, we didn't get to use that yet. But
no, but that's on the horizon.
It's on the horizon.
Okay, great. Now, when I think about this, virtual reality, the different parts to it, obviously there's a software to it. You're talking about, like, when you go, you actually have in our office complex a virtual reality room. Mm-hmm. What is all in there, and the way it is particularly set up?
It's set up with the TV screen to project from the computer. The computer's it's to be a nice computer, gaming computer. The headset, the Vive headset, which some people might be familiar with the virtual reality game. It's the same exact headset, and that you can play all those games on. And then we also have you have to have some other tools part of that game that you have to set up in there. But
because I saw, like, on the walls you've got, like, what are those?
Those are like motion sensors. So you need those because you're up moving around in the. With the headset on, you gotta. Okay,
so it knows where you are. So when you're looking around, it senses your body, or basically, so you're in it in that particular spot.
It's pretty cool, Coach. You go to hand, I can hand you the remote, and you can't, obviously you got the headset on, but you can see where the remote is in the screen, and you can just reach out and grab it. It's pretty cool.
That is pretty awesome. I can't wait to show this thing off a little bit to everybody out there. But the only way they're going to see any of this stuff is they have to go to our swarmandshoot.com website, where the video actually is, and I think that'll be a pretty neat feature for us. I've also seen that we can create instructional videos with virtual reality. How do you see that working?
It's a good way to teach. AJ
Smith,
came up to do this, has a couple examples on there, and it's just real beneficial. You can walk through, pause things, illustrate where certain things you should be looking for reads, and
So let's say you've got a quarterback, he's got it on, okay, and you're talking to him as he's looking through the reads, and then you're basically everything he's seeing, we can record that video, and then we can, through the video system we can create a teaching module for other quarterbacks to learn from what that quarterback's process was, right?
So, so a play will start, and it's still 360. You can turn around, see the whole field. We'll tell them, look, what's a pre-snap read here? You talk them through everything. Yeah. And then once the play starts, you go, okay, well, now look at now we'll have it paused maybe. Now look over here, and what's going on with the A or the Y, and talk all the way through the progression or the read.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I mean, obviously, as young as our quarterbacks are, and with newcomers coming in, it gives us an opportunity to basically take time and compress it and get these guys ready to go this fall. Have you noticed any limitations using virtual reality, and would you recommend this to coaches that are watching or listening to this episode?
I definitely recommend it. It's a huge tool to just develop your quarterbacks, develop all of your players. And, personally, I wanted to touch on this a minute ago. Like, if I was a quarterback or anybody looking at us, especially a quarterback position, and I saw us using this tool, I'd at least want to come here and check it out in person.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Visit and see what all else there is here. Yeah. That's just one of many things that we got coming.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. And it's interesting, talk about all these guys using it and so forth, and other programs. I know Mike Leach was using it. It was sort of interesting story. Gardner Minshew, he transfers into Washington State, and he doesn't have a whole lot of time. And the virtual reality program that we have is exactly what they were using at Washington State. But what they were doing was interesting is before Gardner ever got up to Pullman, Washington, he was learning the offense through virtual reality where he was in Mississippi, I believe, right? And so he stepped in, first snaps he got, he pretty much knew what to expect, what to do before he ever was issued a jersey or helmet or anything like that, which I think it's amazing because now, we can take athletes from anywhere, anytime, any place, and we can basically, teleport themselves back onto the field. I assume maybe even basketball court. I don't know. I mean, they could probably do it for that, and they're practicing almost exactly like they would on the field without the collisions and any physical wear and tear on their body.
Yeah, it's like I said, unlimited amount of reps. So even a guy that barely gets, let's say he might only get 5 reps in practice. Well, he can go watch every rep from every other quarterback and then his own, and now, multiple times, and now he had 100 reps in practice. It can be as good as, you can learn as much of it from it that you want to.
Isn't it amazing? Because, I can think back when a buddy of mine was the offensive line coach at the Denver Broncos. And, Clancy Barone, he's now with the Chicago Bears on the new staff up there. And I asked him one time, they had Peyton Manning just come in. And that was right when they made that, they won the Super Bowl, played for one, won one, and his big thing was, Peyton just outworks everybody. He had his own office in the office complex. He would show up when the coaches showed up. He was an early riser. He took care of business. And, so he became that Hall of Fame player because he worked hard at it. And I think that alludes to what you're talking about, Tyler. It's like a guy can be as good as he wants to be, and we have the tools here at Defiance College to give them every opportunity to work hard at it.
Essentially have their own office. They can be in that virtual reality room whenever they want. So.
That's right. So there you go. That's fantastic. Thanks again, Coach, for joining me on this episode.
And we matched today.
That's right.
Unplanned.
Thank you for joining us on this latest episode of the Swarm and Shoot Football Show. If you're listening to this podcast, make sure to subscribe in iTunes, give us a rating, comment on the show. If you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube channel, hit the bell in the top corner there so you can get notifications when we release the next show. Feel free to comment below on a specific show, and we'll answer those questions as we need to. If you'd like to step up to the next level and get all kinds of updates, go to our website, swarmandshoot.com, where you'll get up-to-date alerts on all of our podcasts. You'll have the audio on there. There's actually a video player where you can scroll through each and every episode that we have of the podcast from the YouTube version. So you never really have to leave the site. You'll also see some features on various players, our coaching staff bios, all types of things going on in our program, when our golf scramble is, different fundraisers we do, just insights for you that take you to that next level, which is what swarmandshoot.com will do for you. Take a minute and subscribe with your email. When you log on, there'll actually probably be a pop-up about 6 seconds into it, and it gives you a chance to go in, and that will put you into our email database. So every time we update, you get an email knowing that we're basically set to go on the next episode of the podcast or any news that's coming out. Appreciate you supporting the program, and look forward to a wonderful season.